Alright, almost good to go, guys. It is 6 p.m. And that is normally when we start the BASILISK Big Brain Bouts. I want to watch the last minute of qualifying. And then we are ready for Universe versus Mech. We are all on Battle.net channel, so they're just doing their videos. And then we're good to go. Let me go ahead and make sure that I have the right overlay, which I don't. So we're going to hide the alerts. We're going to hide the chat. We're going to activate the Big Brain Bouts overlay and disable the single camera overlay. And then we're pretty much good to go. So we'll just let Indie host. I think the nerds have vetoed. Universe is a 16-year-old, a Danish Terran player who's been very eager to play in the Big Brain Bouts for a long time. I said Universe, but I mean Mag, of course. Universe is a Korean Terran, been around for a long time. They are teammates. They're pretty good friends. Apparently, they have a lot of history with each other. I feel like TVT is the matchup that doesn't get too much love on this channel, so I thought, why not start tonight off with a TVT? Taking a little look at the final seconds of qualifying. That's actually kind of close. Max takes pole, but Leclerc is right there. Game 1 is going to be played on Hecate. Yeah, Max is an animal. But the gaps are not too big, I gotta say. Checo 5th. Both MMR, I would say around 5,100, 5,200 to kick the night off with. Like high master, low GM, that kind of jazz. So, right on the cusp of almost Grandmaster League, not always Grandmaster League. Mag is 4-4 on NA. I don't think that really matters. What matters is what he's on Europe. Alright, yeah, totally ready. Yeah. I have no idea how old Universe is. I'm gonna go ahead and see if he's able to answer that quickly. He cannot answer that. Or at least he didn't want to. Does anybody know in the chat how old is Universe? I feel like he's been around for a proper long time. At least it's a name that really rings a proper bell. 13 billion years. A hot dance, 22. Alright. So kind of two youngsters. Their combined age close to mine. A 22-year-old Korean Terran against a 16-year-old Danish Terran. Two players that have never played before in the BASILISK Big Brain Bouts. So obviously a nice opportunity for them. A nice opportunity for me to actually see them play once. I never play against Universe. I do play against this man sometimes. Winner gets 60 buckies, a loser gets 15. Obviously brought to you by BASILISK. Let's have some fun, guys, on the Friday night, the night before the big Gabriel offline tournament.
Let's get it on. Round 1, fight.
Facts, Acaroni. Facts, mates. Acaroni is letting us know that Max sniped Roddy 3 times in a row and he went 0-3. Correct. 2 times on the barcode, 1 time on the main account. You know, he tried to sneak one in there under the barcode. It didn't go his way. Wanted revenge. Didn't go his way. Then he said, I'll own up to it. I'll come on the main account. Didn't go his way either. But hey, if we learned one thing yesterday night, guys, is that Roddy is a bit of an animal sometimes. Bottom left side, we are looking at the main base of the Danish Terran, 16 years old, BBEX Mac. First time ever for him. Nice little deco here. I don't know what it is, but I like it. What is it exactly, guys? What am I looking at? It's like an orc, sort of. Top right side, we're looking at the main base of his teammate. These two are very familiar with each other. I believe historically it's pretty damn close and competitive between them. This is the Korean Terran. Also has been asking to play in the BBB for a while. So tonight is your night. This is Universe. You have no idea what it is, but it's made by our very own Shiny. The latest Pokemon set is full of Shinies, mate. And I don't want to brag. You guys know me. I'm not much of a bragger. But Roddy has got a couple Shinies. But those Shinies are not that special. There are many other cards that are more special than the Shinies. And there are so many of them. It's like impossible to collect it. That's how they get you guys. And you would think, Roddy, as a 36-year-old man, you're too smart to fall for that. No, I'm not. I fall for it. What can I say? Opening Pokemon cards is fun. It kind of is timeless. We have a Reaper Reactor fast expand on the low ground for Mac. So Mac is not too worried. He has scouted, and I guess he's just confident that he can get away with this. Universe is going to do the same thing. He's going to go straight into the Cyclones though. Mac can obviously build 2 Cyclones at a time with his reactor. I think I like Mac's build a tiny bit more. I know it's all in the finer details, but slightly quicker CC. And he's going to have 2 Cyclones at a time. And the Cyclones rule the early game in almost every matchup. Unless there's a shield battery, then they don't really rule the early game. I saw there were 1 or 2 messages about something else from yesterday, but I missed it. But if you guys want to repeat it, I'm here all night. I am in a very good mood. I did have a very long night yesterday, guys. It is not common practice for me these days to be up till like 4:30 a.m. Starcraft was calling. They needed me. So I decided to ruin my own sleep schedule a little, which is going to be ruined a whole lot more. Next week, no Big Brain Bouts because I'll be in America. I'm flying on Sunday morning, like 9 a.m. I've got a very busy, like 36 hours ahead of me. Big Brain Bouts into nap, into leave to Germany at 8 a.m. Drive home from Germany at night and then drive straight to the airport. Sounds like a bit of a nightmare, but I think it's all going to work out and I think we're going to have a great time. Universe is going to send all 3 Reapers into the main, gets 3 SCVs. How do we feel about that? I'm kind of worried that he is going to have a hard time just matching the firepower of all these Cyclones of Mag. Universe is up 4 workers, that's nice, but dealing with 6 Cyclones and a medevac, it's going to be very, very, very difficult. What's in America? I wish that I could tell you, Dolan, but I cannot tell you. Maybe I can slide into those Dolan DMs later tonight. But on Monday or Tuesday, it will all be public knowledge on why I am in America. I am only there for work for 2 days, but while I'm there, I'm going to stay around a little bit longer for fun. We have a bunch of lock-ons, TVT galore over here. It feels like they both lost a single Cyclone. Mag did drop a lot of HP on his other Cyclone. I did not know exactly how many units I killed, G-Bass, but I knew that that was the Nova I needed to stay in that game. Mag is relentless. He killed the bunker already. He's going to get a cancel. Now it all comes down to Micro. What do we lock on? We lock on the Raven, but the Raven did drop the auto turret, guys. So Universe actually getting an alrighty trade here. I think this all could have gone a whole lot worse. He is the one going for Interference Matrix. So losing that Raven does sting a little, but the man has a tank now. And I think with a single tank, we are okay-ish, and this game will go on. 5.5 minutes in. The numbers are awfully close. 60 supply for each, 38 workers for each. I mean, 2 Terrans, 2 teammates, 2 guys that are very friendly with each other. I guess this was to be expected in a TVT. Mac, I'm not picking in MMR because of Cyclones. You guys are coping. Also, Mac. Did he recently break his all-time MMR record? I don't know how high Mac has ever gotten on the ladder. I played against him when he was 5'2", and I think 5'2" is reasonable MMR. Like, the nice thing about like being 5,200 is that you're gonna run into a lot of 5'7", 5'8", 5'9" guys, and those guys are very good, but they're not exactly the very best players on the planet. But I think you can learn a lot from those games. Sure, more often than not they'll be painful, but they are still doable. Like, you're playing against humans, you're not playing against Rainer and Clem and Max Specs. You're gonna have a fun time, have some good games, and learn a thing or two. Not sure why Universe is sending out an empty medevac. Is this the Dolan build? Almost everything is a Dolan build. I don't really... This is a one hell of a scout. I mean, it is, I guess, a way to scout, but... We're gonna boost the empty medevac in just to get a very good feel for what our opponent is doing. I don't know if he was worried about mech potentially, because there were so many Cyclones up to this point, but... It's just a proper scout. Empty medevac going all the way in. Maybe he thinks it's a war prison. Do you guys think the game would be broken if medevacs would have an upgrade which allows you to warp in Marines? Would that break the video game? I feel like that would be fun. All the races should have warp gate technology. Imagine an Overlord flying into your main, or a Speedy Overseer and 8 roaches get warped in. Be kind of sick. Warp in with the lights. Ooh, nice snipe by the way. Sniping a Raven for free. So in the beginning of the game, I like the opening build order for Mag a bit more. But obviously once we are like 8-9 minutes into a TVT, Stim is done, 1-1 upgrades are close to finishing up, and you're left with 7 Cyclones. I feel like it's hard to really still get value out of these Cyclones. Mag is gonna try to find a way. Next up after this TVT, we've got a PVZ between also 2 players that have never made their debut. So far for people saying Roddy invites the same players every week, well, 4 new players this week. After 52 additions, I think that's pretty impressive. Nice snipe on the tank. This is Mag's moment to at least still get something done with these Cyclones. We are going to have a big fight here though. We have interference matrices landing on the side of Universe. A couple of other turrets have been dropped by Mag. I'm afraid that Mag just does not have enough firepower unless he keeps these tanks alive. And if somehow he does, I really thought that Universe was just going to go forward or siege up his own tanks. But he's kind of falling apart against those Cyclones that I was worried about, that they wouldn't get a whole lot done anymore. The Cyclones are freaking good against probes, freaking good against drones, and freaking good against SCVs as well. Mag has just turned this game on its head. Well done. That was a great hold. Looked like a very dicey hold. Didn't think it was going to play out like that, but it did. Maybe Universe should have been like a tiny bit more decisive. Because I think if you drop the matrices there, those Marines of Mag were not powerful. They didn't have their upgrades, they didn't have combat shield. This CVT is about to get wild. We have a double drop in the main base of Universe. Mag is also going to go for his own double drop. 60 Marines also pack a punch though. He's going to go for the eBay, but that's only +2 armor, so that's not the most important upgrade to deny. 2 tanks in the back of the main, that's going to be a bit annoying for the Danish Terran to deal with. A spicy TVT to kick things off with here tonight in the BASILISK Big Brain Bouts number 52. Mag in the end is going to be able to close or to clean up whatever was in his main. Could have dropped a couple Marines here, mate. Yeah, there you go. Why not? Let that splash damage do its thing. Now the tanks are going to shoot at the depot, but still 3 Marines, they pack a punch. Great play by Universe. Well done. These are like the little freebies that if they present themselves, you do really want to capitalize on it. I do think that our man from Korea needs a tiny bit more than just 2 tanks. Of course, lost one of his E-base too. Mag never started his own upgrades. No +2 attack, no +2 armor. Is enjoying a tiny worker lead, and there's a tiny army supply too. Hello, BK. Oh, fun little scrap so far between these two. They seem to be very evenly matched. I liked it for Mag, then I liked it for Universe. Now I kind of like it for Mag again, but will he be able to close it out? Universe is going to have way quicker +2 attack. Marine count 35 against 31. Like, having a +2 can really make a big difference. Universe, I think, was a little blindsided by this attack, but his final scan kind of gave it away. So he scans through, he's going to stim forward immediately, gets the first tank, and is going to run back. Does not want to overstay his welcome against all this extra tanks sieging up in the back. Shout out to Ikazura for the 11 months. Hello, Heaven. How are you doing tonight, mate? I had Holden stop by earlier as well. I really like it, and I'm so close with my American Protoss brethren. It makes me happy. Got Bully. We got Akron now in the Big Brain Bouts. Holden and Heaven. My boys. Maples. No, he's not American, but counts too. Robbie Plata will always be an OG for me. So there's so many friends, guys. Universe sees a tiny army of Mag over here on the right side. He's going to stim forward, and that's the kind of decision making that we are looking for here. If you feel like there's an opening, if you like the size of your army, you just got to go for it. That was an amazing fight. Mag is kind of stuck. He's had these tanks here for a while, but they haven't really done anything. Now the Liberators say,
justice reigns from above.
Could have maybe sieged them forward like a tiny bit further. Holden is so good though. But Heaven is getting there. We may only be like 1 month away from the ultimate Heaven Holden PvP. Oh, it's gonna be so fun. But Heaven needs to grind a tiny bit more. Planetary Fortress gets sniped. 7 SCVs as well. This is a proper tug of war between these two. It's like, yeah, red is winning, gray is winning, red is winning. Or is it pink? I guess it's pink. At this point, who the hell do we even like it for? Nobody has started 3-3. Max got a pretty big army here, but can't really say that Universe got nothing to work with. And he's actually going to send these two medevacs back, and I love it, but there are 3 tanks waiting for it. My man Mac has not really been on top of his upgrades. He is killing some SCVs with double Liberator harass. That's kind of cool. Tanks are going to siege up. I don't think that Universe is quite aware of those tanks. First tank shot is big. A big old drop in the top right side. Mag has gone full cuckoo. He sees 4 turrets and he says, yeah, I want a piece of that. Turns out he does not want a piece of that. I can't believe he just went in that. The mother of all doom drops, guys. Max says, I've watched a whole bunch of my boy Cuckoo. And if Cuckoo would stim forward or boost forward, and he boosted so early as well that the boost actually runs out. Ay, ay, ay. Oh. Yeah, that was indeed another fool. Woo. When Doom drops go terribly wrong, it's Universe, the Korean Terran, who takes the 1-0 lead. And I believe that this game was played on US Central as well. I think the server order will be Central, West, and then I'll flip a coin. Aw, be nice, bully. He's only 16. He's only 16. No bullying here, mate. Yeah, that was... I don't know if you guys have that screenshot on hand from Cuckoo, where he's got a couple of medevacs and he sees like 7 turrets and he's still gonna go for it. This is a perfect moment to post that screenshot in my Discord. I love a good old drop, guys. I love Doom drops. I mean, I'm old school. Been around since Wings of Liberty. So, I like picking up 80 supply and floating it into our opponent's main. But if there is an army and 4 turrets ready on the edge, and we boost a little early, that's maybe not quite the moment to go for it. But hey, they are at least showing us one thing. TVT does not need to be slow and boring. In game 2.
Round 2. Fight!
Top left side of Oceanborn. We are looking at the main base of our 16-year-old, a Danish Terran player. Put up a good fight, had a nice build order. Just couldn't quite keep it together. This is Mag. It's kind of the same though, Mag. Mag. Just got a Mag. Bottom right side, making his debut in the Basilisk Big Brain Bouts. Opening series of the night. $60 for the winner, $15 for the loser. Brought to you guys by !Basilisk. This is our Korean Terran, 22 years old, Universe. There are not too many Koreans that are like kind of involved in the foreign scene and have been around for a long time and play around this level. It's actually kind of cool to still have, you know, because we think of Koreans, you often think of like the very best players in the world, and then there is like almost nothing. So it's cool to see that a few of these guys do mingle and dab their toes in the foreign scene. Hang out with nerds, join foreign teams, let's play some games. That's what it's all about. This is the same Mag as yesterday on the call. No, that was Mango Mosh, mate. Mango Mosh and Mag are not to be confused. Thank you to Miri as well for the 59 months. Ruiges. What does Ruiges mean? I know Wochenende means weekend, but I don't know what the Ruiges is. I know Froyes. Or Gutta. Okay, he's 19. So I'm actually older than the two of them combined. Universe 19, Max 16. Those years are really starting to add up, eh? But if I showed you guys one thing last night, age is just a number in Starcraft 2. You can easily peak if you're 35, 36. It's all about having a big brain. When we're participating in the Big Brain Bouts. What did you miss yesterday, Kev? So our good friend Bruno, who's a very passionate individual, loves the Big Brain Bouts, and he kind of came up with his own spin-off of the Big Brain Bouts, and he calls it the Urza Brawl. It is a Urza Brawl run by Bruno, casted by Steadfast and Upper 3. They do 2 invitational best of 5s and then a free for all to let all 4 players play. And I was one of the lucky invites yesterday. Man, I don't want to spoil it, Therese, but It's worth checking out the VOD. Because I peaked. Gives me a calm and smooth weekend. Oh, I went over it earlier, mate, as we have the 2 Reapers hopping into the main base. Only a single SCV here. Don't think that Universe will be too pleased with that, guys. 2 Reapers for 1 SCV. Not exactly what you're looking for. It is not going to be a very smooth or chill weekend. It's going to be a very busy one. A lot of driving, flying, casting. But hopefully by the time that it's Sunday night in Europe and like Sunday afternoon on the West Coast, everything went fine and I can just relax. I have a nice sangria at the Santa Monica Pier. Sounds like a good time. Tomorrow we're casting the Big Gape Cup. Exclamation mark, a Big Gape. Everyone is welcome. To quote my good friend Mr. Bitter, if you live in the Germany area, make sure to stop by. Will be shown on Big Gabe's channel, but obviously on my channel too. Gabe really wants me to come over and cast a couple games, so we're gonna do that. If everything goes according to plan, I will cast all of it, but if they are way behind schedule, Gabe has very opportunistic planning, but if they are way behind schedule, I may have to leave a bit earlier, because I cannot miss my flight, obviously, but we'll figure it out. I'm gonna cast in German, actually. Der ganze Tag. Ich werde der ganze Tag auf Deutsch reden. Und das wäre sehr geil. -5 SCVs over here for Universe, who has his own medevac in the top side of the map. He thought about going for it, but then he brought it back, and now he's just kind of taking a bit of a beating. You gotta be decisive, especially in mirror matchups. We saw this medevac on the mini-map. It kind of went back, then it went forth again. And now he's just waiting. This could be very bad news if the Cyclones of Mag can get the lock-ons, and they will get at least 1 lock-on. Wait, but he actually can intercept this. Mag with the Basilisk Big Brain Bouts place. Should have gone over here a little bit, mate. I think he expected the medevac to unload here. Would have been so cool if he would have flown the medevac to this area, unload those Cyclones, get the lock-ons there, and then get the kill. Could still get it. That's really what he said, Lilyhammer. I'm not making it up. A long time ago, when we were casting the Intel Extreme Masters in... I think the year was 2012, because Ben joined like late 2011. So I'm going to say we were casting IEM Cologne. Either IEM Cologne 2011 or 2012. It's one of the two. Ben just arrived in Germany and he said on that stage, he's like, wow, this Gamescom thing is awesome. Anybody who lives in the Germany area should really come by. And I looked at him and I'm like, bro, what does that even mean? The Germany area, that goes for like the entirety of Europe. He goes, oh man. At least Ben thought it was all very near to each other. The CVT is just completely erupting into chaos. Dropped a couple of auto turrets, the matrices went down. In the end, Mag lost 8 SCVs to those 2 Cyclones in his main. It seemed like his attack didn't really work out. So Mag, after having another flying start, has now already lost 7 Cyclones. The man loves his Cyclones, and that's okay. I mean, Clem and Beyond love their Cyclones in TVT. And he has great moments with them, and then he has some questionable moments. Felt like that was a tiny bit of a throw. You cannot attack right now, Mag. Mag is like me, man, when I was a kid. He just loves to attack all the time. He's up like 10, 11 workers. He's just down 21 army supply. So at this point, I would say maybe bring those Cyclones home, repair them a little. You can keep 1 Cyclone out on the map to have a bit of map presence, but... You're a tank shot away from losing 2 more Cyclones. And you are, mate, don't do it. If we're just poking, it's alright. Please don't do it. He's scaring me. I mean, the income graph is definitely in favor of the young man from Denmark. Mag is a fun player. Any of these kids that just love to attack will almost never give you a dull series. Alright, Max sees that the army is going to leave, so he's going to go in triple Cyclone against a single tank. Unfortunately, he's leading the charge with the low HP Cyclones. That's a bit of a mistake, because imagine if this Cyclone was leading the charge, then all 3 Cyclones lock on, and he would have killed like another 10 SCVs here. That's a minor error, guys, but actually has big implications on how all of that would have played out. And now I really hope for the young man from Denmark that he can stop this army with the triple Raven, all the Marines, the on-siege tanks. No, 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 Mac, mate, you have such good starts. You have such good starts. You get yourself in such a good spot. And then it's basically 2 attacks in a row where he throws a little. But this is one of these moments, guys, where you always want your full HP Cyclone in the front, so it soaks up the first shot. Then the other low HP Cyclones, it doesn't matter if they have 1 HP or the full HP, they deal the same amount of damage. He kills this tank, he has 3 Cyclones alive, he's going to kill 15 SCVs. And then you're obviously willing to play a bit more patient at home and drag it out, knowing that you are very good economically. It's a bit of a shame. 2 games in a row. The man from Denmark was off to a flying start. Especially this one, he was, I would almost say, omega far ahead. This graph, by the way, guys. That was that big attack into the natural of Universe. Well, he was obviously losing some SCVs against the Medevac double Cyclone drop. And he just kind of ran into the natural and lost everything. Was still in a good spot after that, but... rough debut so far for the youngster from Denmark. He's been eager to play in the BBB. Let's hope at least that he can get a point on the board. Like, 2 games, he's had a fantastic start. This should never be a 3-0. We are going to go back to US Central. This is the kind of best of 5, guys, that should never ever be a 3-0 with the way that these 2 games have gone. It could have easily been 2-0 for the man who's down 0-2. He's a little over-eager, Mr. Takua. Loves to attack. Kind of feel like he just loses track of where he really is in the game. He's got good build orders. Definitely has good micro. And then just, it kind of feels like he tries to do too many things and he just loses the oversight of the bigger picture. We're sending out the boys, guys. We're sending out the boys.
Round 3. Fight.
Top left side, taking a 2-0 lead in his first ever series on the Friday night on my channel in the BASILISK Big Brain Bouts. Excuse me, this is Universe. I just had some tea and now I've got hiccups. I thought tea was good for you. Bottom right side, we are looking at the main base of our Danish Terran, who legitimately could have been up 2-0. Instead, he's down 0-2. But that's not gonna stop the youngster from sending out the boys. This is Mag. What are we going to do? Yeah. I mean, nerfs are very common. These guys are good players, but you don't have the opportunity that often to play a best of 5 in front of hundreds or 1,000 people and have money on the line. And then you can do some silly stuff. I have done that time and time and time again in my Warcraft 3 career, and even a couple of times during my Starcraft 2 career as well. Even when there was nothing on the line. Just knowing that it's like a quote-unquote official match can really do funny things to you. Yesterday I didn't have it at all. Foxes said he was calm as a cucumber, but I was really feeling it too. I think if you have a good preparation, or if you know you've at least put in the work and that you came in prepared, kind of just gotta think it's only a game. Like, what's the worst thing that could happen? You lose? Shouldn't be the end of the world. And I know that's easier said than done. Sometimes the nerves just take over, or you start thinking crazy stuff. All you can do is your best. You show up on time. You've done your homework. You knew who you're going to play. Let's see how good that Reaper micro will be for the young man from Denmark. First Reaper is out for Universe. I think theoretically this is pretty good, because it's double gas factory on the high ground. So Mag is not getting lucky with the build order, but if your execution is very good, you should still be able to turn this into something. Because there will be moments where you have more units, more firepower. Oh, he gets surrounded, drops the grenade. That grenade does not connect. Splits off his Reaper. No, it's a total disaster for Mag. F's in the chat, guys, for our boy from Denmark, as he loses 2 Reapers. Does hop into the main base to kill that one low HP Reaper of Universe. That went about as bad as it ever could have. SCVs are annoying, and these Reaper fights are... yeah, they're really hard to manage, especially if you're playing like on the American server as well. A bit of ping comes into play. Poor guy. That was painful, actually. Losing those 2 Reapers was painful. Not necessarily game over. Like, cannot play this any other way, then that obviously Mag is in trouble. And things are looking very grim for him in the best of 5. But hey, he had a fantastic start in game 1. He had a fantastic start in game 2. He lost both of those games. Maybe what we were looking for, guys, is a rough start. Well, he's got it. Now it's time to turn things around. Shout out to Klebos for the 31 months. Shout out to Disrespect as well for the 13 months. Oh, we're still gaming Disrespect. It's been a long time that you've played too. You played against Holden, right? The very first time that you ever that I asked you to play. And you won 3-0. How would that go these days? Because I feel that Holden got proper good. You're about... Oh, so that would be a banger. The rematch. Is it time? 2 Reapers hopping into the main base, sniping an SCV. We're gonna work on the other SCVs as well. Double kill for Universe. Mag, where are your units, matey? Mag, where are your units? Well, they're in the main base of Universe. Mag just loves to attack. Oh, it's a total disaster. He grabbed his own Reaper, sent him to the other side of the map. He killed 3 SCVs, but that is not going to make up for the 8 SCVs that he's losing over here. It could have been more, and it is almost still more. Well, it ends up being 9 in the end. Mag is the Charlie Sheen Terran, man. This kid's got 1 speed, 1 gear, and that's go. Doesn't matter if he's winning, losing, behind, equal game. Kid just wants to attack. Mag only asked himself 1 question. And that is, how quickly can I get into the main base of my opponent? We're like, maybe you should macro Mag. And he's like, shut up, guys. We've got Tiger Blood. And he just goes for it again. Here we are, back into the main base of Universe. We're getting a couple of SCVs and a bit of lost mining time. So that part is good. He really has Tiger Blood. Gets the double lock on the Raven. Come on, Mag. Nobody likes a trio on the Friday night. 2012 is back. Was that whole Charlie Sheen saga 2012? So long ago. Epic winning. I used to love those memes. Those were basically almost like my first real interactions with memes. Where they had like Charlie Sheen dancing and they turn it into a auto-tune song. I am ashamed to admit that I've watched that video a lot of times. Double Cyclone drop surrounding the tank. Actually, very good position. Dropping these Cyclones right here and right here. That makes it almost impossible for the SCVs to repair the tank. So really good play by Mag. The young man definitely had his moments throughout this series. It's just a shame that it seems like it's not going to go his way. Let's unload. Bit of micro. Unload, mate. Unload. Okay, we have unloaded. We do lose our medevac. And we're going to trade out Cyclones. I think we lose this one too. Bit unlucky. So -1 Cyclone, -1 medevac after the dust settles there. 3rd orbital is done. Universe. Actually, just on 2 bases, eh? Mag, like, you're actually kind of in an alright spot here. Of course, when it comes to like the real units, tanks, Ravens, Universe is doing alright. But Mag's got his own Ravens too. He does not have Interference Matrix. This kid loves to attack. I think I have found my maker, guys. I see myself as an over-aggressive strategy player. And it doesn't really matter whether it's Warcraft or Starcraft or even my MOBA days. I always love to be out and about and try to make something happen, but Mag is putting me to shame. No one loves attacking more than Mag, and this time it actually works out. He gets the double kill.
Double kill.
Universe did not expect Mag to be there after the game that they've had so far, and I can't really blame him for it, but that's a big snipe. That is a big snipe, guys. Is that the start of a magical comeback then? Sending his Ravens back. Mate. You can't do that, Mag. You know there was an army there. You know there were a lot of tanks. Tiny donation. The movie director that always has the explosions is Quentin Tarantino, right? 100% that Mag's favorite director Oh, it's Michael Bay. Sorry, Michael. It has to be Michael Bay, man. If nothing is exploding for like 20 seconds in this game, Mac gets bored. And he's like, I need an explosion. Tarantino's Pulp Fiction. Yeah, that's where they make fun of Dutchies. Danke, Lambo. Ich hoffe, du hast ein schönes Abend. See you tomorrow, mate. I'm very excited for it. It's gonna be fun. Hope you had a great time. Hello, Statfest as well. I watched that VOD back Statfest. I'm not afraid to admit it. I really love the part where you just called me intelligent. And you said I understand the game on so many levels. I was like, yeah, my boy. Give me more compliments, Statfest. I loved it. Alright, Universe is dropping in the main base and in the natural. Mag has a few units. It's a bit of an awkward fight, guys. Kind of like one Marine at a time. Not the prettiest way of dealing with this drop. We're gonna have to send a... Look at that! Is that Liquid Clump? He just picked up a Marine. In the end, the tank shuts down the party. Mag's still up in workers, though. Obviously, he had a way quicker third CC. And after sniping those Ravens, he almost made it impossible for... Universe to really do a whole lot. Careful with your Ravens here, Mac. Drop some other turrets, mate. Well done. As long as you save your Raven, I don't really care what you do with your energy. The depot. Can't believe that depot somehow lived to see the end of that fight. Shout out to VP guy. Has the Showtime game happened yet? No, that's going to be our final series of the night. We have 4 best of 5s every single Friday on this channel, brought to you guys by Basilisk. It is $500 in total. First series is the lowest MMR series, and it's for 75 bucks. The second one is for 100. The third one is for 125, and the last one has $200 on the line. Showtime and Kalazur are obviously 2 of the best players on this planet. I mean, both of them went to IEM Katowice, so they will play last. That is going to be our final series of the night. Next up, we got a PVZ between Germany and America. Historically, that hasn't gone very well for the Germans, but the year is 2024, and perhaps mechanics can rewrite history. You never know. Third series of the night, we've got the Goblin. Our Croatian Protoss, guys, apparently is still a gamer. Goblin is going to duke it out with Nikic, and that's actually a PVZ that I'm really looking forward to. The Belarusian Zerg has been grinding, and he's getting better and better. It will be very fun to see how he shapes up against Goblin. Mag has a terrifying army, guys, and he really has turned this game successfully around. This was by far and away the worst start that Mag has had. Combat Shield is a little bit late, and obviously Mag is not the kind of guy to ever wait for Combat Shield to finish up. But he does get his tank siege up in a very good spot. Snipes the tank. Should be able to snipe the center tower too. Let's not lose our Ravens. Oh, nice stim there. I mean, maybe we didn't need to stim all 40 Marines, you know. We could have probably done it with 10 or so. The Universe, guys, has loaded up 3 medevacs, 24 Marines. Maybe he missed 1 or 2, but close to 24 Marines. It's actually a great counter. I really love it, because Mac, for the first time, is taking his time. And he's now kind of going to be punished for that. Does have a tank in the back helping out. We might have to pull the boys. We have 2 big fights happening at the same time. Mac says, you don't do the attacking, mate. I am BBEX Mac, and all I do is attack. So he drops some matrices, stims forward, and kills more SUVs than he lost at home. I think we are successfully avoiding the 3-0 here in our first series of the night. Yeah, these guys are around 5,100, 5,200 MMR. The idea is always that we kind of build it up throughout the night. First series around 5,200. Second one tonight is around 5.4, 5.5. The third series is like 6,000 MMR, and the last series, well, close to 7,000 MMR, right? Or at least 6,500. Both Kalazur and Showtime are amazing. So what you're saying is a draw better than you? I have no idea how good you are in the game, mate, but there is a chance, yeah. Gotta start with the 3k MMR for 3 buckies. We do sometimes have a pre-show match. So don't always only tune in at 6, guys. Lately we've had a couple of pre-Basilisk show matches. They have been fun. Mag is going to lose his first Raven. He's going to lose the second one as well. And he dropped an interference matrix on the medevac. I don't know if that's going to make the difference. The overwhelming numbers, though, for the men from Denmark should make the difference. Just be careful, please, against those 2 tanks. Let's not lose your entire army here, mate. You played a great game. You've had a magical comeback. The proxy 2-Rex Reaper did not work out at all, but the Cyclones really made the difference. Bit of chaos. Actually, oh, is he gonna just fly everything into the main? What are we doing here? We're gonna pick everything up and we're gonna drop it on top of these tanks. Actually, that's a great play, and look at the trap that he set up. Universe tries to stim down this ramp, but Meg left the tanks behind in the top right. And just like that, our 16-year-old kiddo from Denmark gets a point on the board. Impressive comeback, guys, because he really was in a lot of trouble. Like, to quote Nickelback, look at this graph. Like, if you look at this, how on earth did he win this? In a TVT, when you're down 0-2 in a best of 5? This is such a big deficit. 4.5 minutes into the game. That is a crucial phase of any competitive Starcraft game. Incredibly impressive. He did obviously go triple CC. That obviously made up for it a little bit. I think especially the Raven snipes. When Universe was ready to move out with his 2-base push. And the Ravens were leading the charge. And he lost those 2 Ravens against the Cyclones. I think that was a real turning point. Roddy, I just want you to know my 5-month-old just tried to grab all the siege tanks. That's cute, man. Maybe one day when we sit here with our Apple glasses, guys, we can actually touch those tanks. Wouldn't that be something? Starcraft will never change. It will just like adapt to whatever technology is available. We can hop into Hellions and drive around, race with each other. While sitting on our couch eating Doritos and having big ass glasses on our face. The future is bright. I missed, by the way, what Holden said. Disrespect. I think that would be a great rematch. I will not be here, unfortunately, next Friday. Because, as I said, I'll be on the road. But I don't hate the idea at all of doing rematches in the Big Brain Bouts. Like, we don't have to do it back-to-back weeks, but Disrespect and Holden have played like 20 weeks or something ago against each other. I think it would be very fun to see it again and see if it goes very different this time around. It's probably even more than 20 weeks, to be honest. Alright, round 4, opening series of the night. When is Cheeseadelphia? That's okay, mate. It's just an idea, Holden. I'm not really saying that it's do or die and that you have to accept it. It's just an idea. March 23rd. Well, that's fine. You go ahead and prepare for your American tournament. Bring back J Money. Believe it or not, guys, Rainer actually wants to see more J Money. Rainer is a bit of a fan of J Money magic, so we'll see if we can find another opponent for J Money.
Round 4. Fight.
I'd like to watch, but too afraid of the F1 spoilers. Have a good one, everyone. I don't think there will be too many, mate, because we already covered it. We moved on past it. So I think you're safe. Yeah, if you really don't want spoilers, I cannot guarantee, obviously, that no one will say a single thing. I mean, I have a sound bit. No, I won't do it. Alright, bottom left side, guys. Down 1-2, but made a great comeback in Game 3. Prevented the clean sweep. That makes me happy. The 16-year-old Danish Terran, BB, EX, Mag. Top right side, perhaps he got a bit nervous after being in such a phenomenal position, up to 0, so close to just closing out the series and having a comfortable 3-0 victory. He's now still going to have to work for it a little bit. A 19-year-old Korean Terran player, Universe. J Money versus Roddy. Hello, YBC. I did play some custom games with J Money. Like, I don't really mind, even if players are like ranked a bit below me. If they are very eager to play some custom games and they want to learn and they want to get tips, you know, I spend more than enough time on Battle.net. It doesn't bother me to play a couple games with you. I played a few games with J Money. Let's just say that's not quite Big Brain Bouts worthy. Maybe in a couple months he'll be ready, but J Money is not ready yet. Roddy against Magnath, though. Not the Mag that we are currently watching, but Magnath from Egypt. Now that is a banger. I'm ready for that. Magnath Gemini would also be... I think Gemini is too good now. That would be fun. I would watch it, but I don't know if it's close enough for BBB. Isn't Gemini quite a bit better? I feel like you guys are doing Gemini dirty here. Gemini. GG Emily is pretty good, no? Gemini is like 5k. Yeah, but isn't Magnus like 4-6? So kidding. Okay, maybe one day. Maybe we can make it happen. Mag waiting on the high ground here, guys. And high ground advantage is massive, because that means that your units will fire first, while the Reapers of your opponent can't see your units yet. So Mag draws first blood. I mean, at this point, we can honestly say that Mag is up 3-0, even though he's down 1-2. If he somehow completes the reverse sweep, if Mag would make a tweet saying, I just 5-0'd Universe in a best of 5, I would not be upset. I will not call it an arrogant tweet. I think he would be onto something. I don't know about this fight though. Cyclones are tanky. Well, they're not very tanky, but if it's only 2 Reapers, they are. And obviously they have crazy DPS. Hello, Anubis. Yeah, it was fun. It never feels good though when there are like 4 players and you finish in 4th place. That never feels great. I did have a good time, and I know that's the most important part, but it does sting a little, you know, and you're on a high after your best of 5 win and you're happy, and then you are the first one to be eliminated in the FFA. Takes away a little bit of the high, but I still had a great time. The 2 Cyclones of Mag have loaded into the medevac. We have already drawn the conclusion, or formed the conclusion, that Mag is an adrenaline junkie and he loves to... Oh my goodness, you can't complain about that one, mate. 7 HP, guys. Medevac lives with 7 HP. Whew. One of these moments where you see your big brain bouts live flash in front of your eyes. There is not a base that Mag is afraid to fly into. Doesn't matter what matchup he's even playing though. He could be playing against a Protoss that has 20 Phoenix. He's gonna pick everything up and he's gonna fly it into the main. A Zerg spamming middling Bane with vision everywhere. I can definitely see Mag just pick up some stuff and send it in. Vamos. He's giving me some like old school Bunny vibes. Obviously Bunny is an incredibly high level player, but Bunny was also all about attacking for a while. Proper YOLO. And same goes for Oliveira, to be honest. And then one day we had the ultimate Bunny against Oliveira quarterfinals in the COVID era. And I remember I was very excited for that TUT because I was like, what's going to happen if both just want to attack all the time? And then it actually turned out that it was Oliveira who was even more YOLO, because he was still the one attacking. And Bunny switched it up a little bit for that series and he became the defensive Terran. Mag losing 5 SCVs against a couple auto turrets. That is annoying, but doesn't have to be the end of the world. Has interference matrix. Is there an FFA circuit? I mean, we can maybe start something like a weekly FFA tradition. It could be kind of fun. I don't like Frost though, by the way. Not enough bases. Frost don't have enough bases, but it's okay. The medevac is going to absorb one of the lock-ons. That should allow Mag to win this Cyclone battle. There are more auto turrets, I believe, being dropped on the other side of the map. I want to see if this medevac makes it out. Not this time. So minus 4 SCVs. And meanwhile, we lost the medevac with the Cyclones in front of it. Will do, Ibra. Good moment to redeem it, by the way, Ibra. I always thought that this was not rocket science, but you legitimately have people claiming that on like the 21st of February, and I'm like, I reset it at the end of the month, guys. Like, it's 9 days. 1st of March is an excellent moment to use it. The only downside for you is that soon I'll be gone for 8 days, but I'll sort it out after this game. Iba, give me my points back. Which points are we talking about? Are we talking about your ladder points? Didn't you win like 2 times before that, Iba? You have nothing to complain about, mate. Double drop here for Universe. Mac, in typical Mac fashion, is just rallying everything to the other side of the map. I'm not sure why. I don't think that Mac really knows why. Left one tank behind, has a couple of Marines. He's going to lose that eBay right before infantry armor +1 finishes up. It's a bit painful, guys. Upgrades are incredibly important in TVT. At this point, Mac is having like withdrawal symptoms. He's like, where are my medevacts? I want to drop. All I want to do is pick everything up. Throws down his... He's like, this is my moment. He sees him on siege. He's setting up the trap though, guys. Could it work? Stim is done in like 10 seconds. He is going to get a couple of shots off. What are we going to do with our Ravens, Mac? Apparently nothing. I think he just wanted to wait until he had Stim. Good Raven play by Universe here, guys. Disabling both of the tanks of Mac. Alright, and I didn't think that this fight was going to go on, but it will go on. Mac snipes every single Raven, but also loses all of his own Ravens. Now in the end, all that he's left with is a couple of Cyclones. And I think he's just going to have to allow Universe to take that base. Universe also sets up a double drop. Not fully loaded, but definitely packs a punch. Don't forget, these Marines have Stim. These Marines have 1-1. This is a great drop by the Korean Terran. Excellent move here by Universe. And Mag is a bit out of position. He's going to have to Stim everything back to the best of his abilities. But he's still losing a decent... Okay. Yeah. Maybe, I think on moments like that, if you're Universe, it's better to just grab your medevac, boost it alone to the corner, but leave your Marines here and just gone down like 4 or 5 additional SCVs. So what could have been a nightmare for Mac actually turns into a pretty reasonable cleanup without taking too many losses. Immediately grabs every single unit he has and rallies them to the other side of the map. Man. This could be my son, guys. I have never seen a kid attack this much. Oh, I'm so proud of him. I didn't know that Mac was this fun. Never a dull moment with this 16-year-old Danish Terran player. Does not believe in sitting at home. We stim forward, baby. It doesn't matter. We throw down a scan. Is it a good fight? Is it a questionable fight? We are about to find out. We do have 3 tanks. 3 tanks are massive. He's actually getting some really good shots off. Universe macro slipping a tiny bit there, guys, under all the pressure. We're sitting at 1,000 minerals. And if we're only at like 120, 130 supply, that's just a little too much. Universe mate, if you want to run into your opponent, make sure you spend your money. Does get a couple good shots off. Mag having bases now on location. Is there even a 4th command center yet for our man Universe? No, there is not. $60 for the winner, guys, and $15 for the runner-up, aka the loser of this opening best of 5 tonight. The teammates are battling. Mac could have won all 3 games. Obviously should have maybe lost game 3, but that's the only one he actually ended up winning. Yeah. I agree that Mac has been a bit better in like spending his money and making sure he's always building units. Big scout here, by the way, guys. It's a single Marine, but seeing those 2 medevacs leave, hopefully he saw it. Yeah, we definitely saw it as we're stimming a couple of Marines. Ready to intercept. What are we going to do? Stim one more time. Mac! Oh, that would have been a beautiful interception, mate, if you would have actually gotten there 0.2 seconds earlier and you sniped the full medevac. Would have been big. These guys, MMR is around 5,200. 5,100, 5,200 MMR. It is always my job to just find a couple nerds that are somewhat close to each other on the ladder, or even if they're not that close, but if I think they are close, we can also do it. Most of the time, I think I select pretty decent matches. Every now and then, it turns out that one guy is just a bit better than the other. I think one of the biggest mismatches I've had in the last 15 weeks was Holden against Thriving GG. I noticed very quickly that that was not going to be close. I just didn't know that Holden got so much better. I thought Holden was, you know, like 5-1, 5-2, and I was like, ah, this could be a fun series. Turns out that Holden was a bit of an animal. And I realized very quickly that that was not my finest matchmaking, but hey, that happens. Thank you to my man Satalko, guys. We can give a tiny bit of love in the chat to Satalko. That is a 100-month resub. It's pretty freaking crazy. Thank you so much, amigo, for being here for 100 months. 2-2 upgrade is going to finish up for Universe, but he actually stims forward with everything right before those 2-2 upgrades finish up. Mag already had them, of course, so you want to be careful there. Maybe that wasn't thriving his best standard, yeah, and I did see him at like 5-3, but sometimes you just see very quickly with the build orders that someone go for and the execution of build orders that, you know, there's no shame in that, right? There's only one man to blame for it, and that was me. I just didn't know that Holden was that good. Mag is gonna stim forward because he does not care. Sees a couple of tanks, sees Liberators, and he says, oh, upper ramp into the dark, not knowing what's waiting for me. Yeah, I want a piece of that. Universe is maxed out, and he has this crazy amount of Marines, guys. We're looking at 73 Marines here. Mag, you cannot take this fight, mate. I know you love fighting, but you gotta run for a little bit. Okay, 4 tanks. Oh, he would have been able... Hey, he still has tanks on the top side as well. Universe's Marines, in a weird way, are kind of stuck. Mag does not have vision. Universe throws down a good scan of those tanks. Good move here by Universe. Loads up a couple of Marines, and he's gonna drop them in the dead zone of these 3 tanks. And that is a triple kill for just a couple of Marines. Well done. Great play. Kalazur is an underdog against Showtime, but Kalazur has historically been pretty damn good in the Big Brain Bouts. I remember I made him play against Gerald once. And legitimately 3 games in a row, Diego killed Gerald at minute 6. I was like, well, did not see that one coming. And Gerald sent me a DM afterwards. He's like, Roddy, I'm sorry, man. Like, I don't know what that was. It's a really bad best of 5. I was like, it's okay. Never have to be sorry for a loss. These things happen. We've literally all of us have had a bad series or 2. Scan going down. Universe still very heavy on the Marines. He's gonna stim all 81 of them, guys, because this man does not give a damn. Mac finds an opening with a double drop. Couple of tanks here. Maybe go for the tanks first. That is exactly what he does. Now Universe is gonna get on top of the PF. We need mass repair. This could become an amazing fight, guys, for Mac if that PF can live a little while longer. It doesn't, but I still think it's a pretty damn good fight for the man from Denmark. Especially because we still have the double drop active on the other side of the map, and we're going to unload these Marines to just battle on a couple of SCVs that obviously don't stand much of a chance. Universe has so much money in the bank. If the macro was just a tiny bit better, guys, on the side of Uni, I think he would have been able to close out these games in a much more convincing and easier manner. Nice double Liberator arrest. I call this the Vindicta. You just shift click 2 Liberators to 2 different bases. You go AFK. Meanwhile, your opponent is like struggling, trying to deal with it. Have to pull workers here, pull workers there, send enough units over. And then 2 more Liberators show up. If Universe can just spend that piggy bank that he's sitting on, life really doesn't have to be that bad. But he's not spending that piggy bank, and because of that, he's now down 50 army supply. Liberator still keeping him busy. Mag is here with more Liberators and a crazy amount of tanks. And does have a tiny upgrade advantage as well for at least 15 more seconds. I would say Universe should just sacrifice this base. Send all the SCVs over to the right side. Float a command set that just don't lose the game by trying to save this base. This base is dead. Let it die. Spend your money. We've got 7 barracks, 2 factories, and a starport. Like, it shouldn't be hard. Did he lose all of his add-ons or something? Bit of a misrally here by Mag. We have add-ons. It's crazy. Counterattack though with a crazy amount of Marines, and I don't hate it. I think this is a great call because he just needs time to spend that piggy bank. So we're gonna stim in there and immediately snipe an orbital. A couple of tanks are gonna siege up. There's a Liberator as well. Careful, Universe. It's double tank and a lip. It's double tank and a lip. I think that's a bit too much. Yeah, we can just avoid these units and get more SCVs. Mag is now gonna have to do the one thing that he absolutely hates, and that is defend. Or will he? Oh no. Guys, is Universe turning this around? Mag is really struggling with this counterattack of 20 Marines. He's gonna lose that tank. He's gonna lose his second tank as well. 2 more tanks are popping out. Bit of a clown fiesta of a TVT here. These guys are gaming. Don't forget that Universe was sitting on a crap ton of resources, and if he's spending that, he's actually gonna have a terrifying army. Viking count 3 against 3. 7 Liberators in the mix though for Mag. Oh no, Uni. There's so many tanks, mate. You can't do that. You cannot do that. Mag is also taking this base at 10 o'clock, so that's a big one for him, obviously, to get his hands on. Maybe the Marines can stim forward. Oh, that could be big. He's gonna grab like 3-4 tanks, maybe maybe stuck around a tiny bit too long, but still great snipes. Man, this is actually a pretty crazy game. These teammates are battling. The Liberator sieging up in range with these tanks is awesome though by Mac, getting 2, almost 3 tanks. He's moving forward again. Slow and steady wins the race here for Mac, but we also know that that saying does not exist in his dictionary. Not a part of his vocabulary. Man has 1 speed, 1 gear, and let's go. 8 Marines getting dropped on the dead zone, but Medevac actually gets picked up by the Vikings, and Mac only ends up losing 1 or 2 tanks there. It's a very well played out push. Lib's gonna go forward a little bit again. I think the tank's not quite covering the Liberators this time around, so Mac does end up losing all 3 Libs, but Mac snipes another tank of Uni. 10 against 5 tanks, 2 Libs against 0, 6 Vikings against 2. Universe the man with more Marines. Nice move. Can the Marines reach? Yeah, wow. Great pickup there by Uni actually, and now his tank is still shooting, and Mac has no high ground vision. Mac, you never killed that tank. Oh, this tank is becoming an absolute hero. In the end, it does finally fall. Meanwhile, Universe says, F it, you know what, I've had enough of defending. I want to attack too. This attacking thing seems fun. And Mac has a lot of units here, but I don't think it's quite enough. I think Universe's army is bigger, better, more powerful unless the tank fires, and it doesn't fire. So Universe wins this fight. It's down in supply, but he's now going to get on top of another orbital. Could kill a lot of SCVs here. What a game between these two, man. Holy smokes. These two youngsters came to battle, and they are absolutely battling for everything that they are worth. Is he going to get the orbital? It's really starting to look like it. SCVs cannot repair it. It's going to get a Viking too. This army, there's just no Marines left. This is a PF, but there might be a sweet spot. Like, lend your Viking here, lend your Viking here. That would be amazing. I think lifting up those 2 Vikings and just landing them behind the mineral line would have been a sick play there, but it's okay. So who's winning now? Because I have no idea. Orbital count, guys. 2-1. 2 planetaries, 1. This is a good fight for Mac. His Marines are healthy. And healthy Marines will destroy beat up Marines. Yeah, I think this is going to be a great moment for Mac. The Marines obviously coming from the high ground. Those 3 tanks were tanks that I don't think Universe could really afford to lose. Does have gas for days, so it's not that he has a gas problem. Oh, never mind out the minerals, by the way. He can't really transfer any SCVs there. Losing those 3 tanks was a big blow. That's going to make defending this planetary incredibly difficult, if not almost impossible. Maybe we can counterattack with the Marines against, though. Why not? I think this game is still a little close. Too close to call. We've seen too many throws. Mate, mine out these minerals, please, and send some SCVs over to this PF. Counterattack, guys. Another one. What does Mag leave behind? Well, he's producing a lot of Marines, but these Marines don't have any medevac support. I actually think this is going to be a good fight for Universe, guys. The upgrades are even. Oh, no, fight then! Okay, he was a little bit late at the fight, and he's not stimming either. I mean, it is a good fight, don't get me wrong, but it could have been a whole lot better. Now we are kind of on top of the production, which is pretty big. Mag is going to grab almost everything that he has, and he's going to send it back. This is already good, but it could have been even better if he didn't move command and if he didn't fight without stim. I think in the end, the reinforcements of Mag will be good enough here. And he's actually going to intercept these 2 medevacs as well, and that is going to allow the young man from Denmark to take a 60 supply lead, and he's going to send us to game 5. Man, that's awesome. What a game. And what a comeback by the youngster. Alright, we're going to do a coin toss. Because obviously US Central favors Mac and US West favors Universe. So we're going to flip a coin. Flipping a coin. Mac, you can choose. Head or tails. Game 5. First series of the night. Isn't that awesome, guys? Mac said he wants heads. The Danish Terran picked heads, guys. Coin toss. It is heads. So I guess that means we're going to play on Central. Mac wins the coin toss. Fun series. 2 Terrans. High Master, Low Grandmaster League. Really putting on a show here. If one would say that BBEX Mag is up 4-0, I would not be incredibly upset with that statement. But that's not quite the reality of the situation. We're all tied up and it's going to the rubber match. Hello, Rosés. I did give you your sub, by the way, mate. I know I was a bit late. There was someone else that did it too right after you. I gave both of them out. I always do it once I end my stream and I take a look at all the requests that we had. I take care of them. Map 5 will be played on Solaris. Ooh. Beautiful. This is not Universe from Dota 2, is it? No. That would be very impressive. If he was that good at Dota and that good at Starcraft. No, it's a Korean Terran player called Universe. The Dota Universe was on EG, right? Together with like RTZ and Fear. Or am I confusing teams right now? Because I used to watch a lot of Dota. Yeah, he was good. That was a really fun EG team to cheer for. I really loved watching those tournaments. Always hoped that RTZ would win TI. It's starting to look like it will never happen. It's kind of like Neymar in the Ballon d'Or, no?
Final round. Fight!
Top right side of Solaris. We are looking at the main base of BBEX Universe. A 19-year-old Korean Terran player. Around 5,200 MMR. As he's duking it out with a 16-year-old Danish Terran. Who was down 0-2 and in all sorts of trouble in game 3. Somehow, someway, found a path to victory. And he has now sent us to the rubber match. It is BBEX Mag. It's kind of like Maru and SC2 and the World Championship, you mean? Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a good comparison. Yeah, you're not wrong, mate. I think that's pretty accurate. What do you guys think is the most painful, almost Maru story throughout his obviously still very beautiful career? And he won a lot of big tournaments and the WESG and all those GSLs. What do you guys think was that one BlizzCon or one Katowice that he absolutely should have won? Is it the Oliveira one or? I always felt that the SOS defeat was very painful too. It was such a train wreck of a quarterfinals. This is Big Daddy no till too strong for Ortiz. Hello, Teddy. Yeah, that was epic. I think it is the Oliveira one. Because obviously just making it to the grand finals has obviously been a hurdle already many times and is damn difficult. I think the Cerro one is... Every finals loss is painful, but if you lose to someone and it's Cerro, then yeah. Especially that Cerro that showed up in Kato. But oh, of course, look. I mean, I loved Oliveira winning. That's the most bizarre, crazy, awesome thing that I've ever seen in StarCraft 2. A player like Oliveira showing up Katowice and somehow winning it all was fantastic. But we were just looking at it from Maru's point of view. Because we were talking about RTZ. And for the people who have no idea who RTZ is a Dota 2 player that was on EG many times. Sad Boys, EG, moved around a little. And I think for a long time RTZ was considered to be the best Dota player on the planet. And everyone was always wondering if he would ever win TI. And just every year it was kind of a disappointment and it never really worked out. I even had a shirt, the Too Easy for RTZ shirt. I got it once as a gift from the EG guys when they were still into StarCraft. And I liked rooting for EG in those days. That's not what anybody said Ronin at all. I think you are completely missing the story, mate. I don't think anybody... Well, of course it can be painful, mate. Maru has been a historic god of TVT, is a 7-time champ, has always done very well against Oliveira. And the only thing that Maru was missing from his very impressive resume was becoming the official StarCraft 2 World Champion. If you then make it into the Grand Finals and you're playing a TVT, a matchup in which you dominate in, and you're playing against a surprise opponent that normally doesn't beat you, of course it's going to be painful. That doesn't mean that anybody's trying to take anything away from Oliveira, but I think it's a very painful one. Yeah, maybe that would have been more magical, Timmy, but... Oh. I think they quit everything, by the way, RX. I think EG is just kind of gone, though. Alright, bit of a slow start to this TVT, but we've got 2 Cyclones and a Medevac in the main base of Universe, but Universe has opted to defend. He's got 3 Cyclones and a Medevac over here. Nice moves by Mac, though, and a decent flyby. Gets out of this, guys, with a 6-worker lead. We can, by the way, ignore the fact that last game, Universe for a long time was obviously in a more than playable spot. And I think our Korean Terran had a couple of great counterattacks. But that money that he was sitting on and he just had such a hard time spending, I think it really came back to haunt him. If he would have been able to spend that money a bit quicker, more like his opponent, then there's a good chance that his armies would have been a bit bigger and better a few times. Probably would have been able to take much better fights and potentially close out the game. You like these 2 guys playing TVT? Bring them more often? Yeah, I think both of them are having a really fun debut here. Obviously, next time I won't make them play TVT again, but these were just 2 kids that have been asking me for a long time to play. There was no reason for me not to invite them, so I thought, why not square them off against each other? They are close enough in MMR, should be good. They know each other, and it's been a fun series, so you guys can bet your bottom dollar that you'll see them again, but I don't know when, and I don't know versus who. Obviously, it comes down to how this series plays out as well, as Universe is now in the back of the main of Mac. Mac obviously is doing Mac things. He just wants to attack. All of the Cyclones drive into the natural. They kill that bunker. They kill a Raven. Still 2 tanks left, though, and those other turrets of Universe, I think, are making all the difference. That on-siege tank, straight out of World of Tanks. Oh, no, Mac. Was it an attack too much, guys? Are we just forced to defend every now and then in StarCraft 2? Our kid has Tiger Blood and all he wants to do is attack and trade and battle, and he was in such a good spot. He had a 6-worker lead. There was no reason to completely fall apart against 4 Marines and a Cyclone, but I'm afraid that it's happening over here. Now down 16 workers. Universe is once more floating a few too many minerals. Very focused on the micros. Like, Cell, is that you? Musti? Cell, who is it? But I think it's okay. He can get away with it because he has created a 19-worker lead for himself, sitting on 1,400 minerals now, 400 gas. And even while sitting on all those resources, he's just gonna grab the remaining units. Obviously saw how difficult it was for Mac to even clean that up. We got very close to the reverse sweep, and I think Mac played an excellent series. This final drop really kind of did it. The final nail in the coffin, had no units to deal with it at all. Went all out on his attack, tried to just get some lock-ons, kill that bunker, kill the tanks. But Universe did a great job dropping those other turrets. His tanks pushed out a lot of damage, and that will do it for our first best of 5 of the night. Universe walks away with 60 buckies as he wins the TVT over his teammate. 3-2, fun series. Honestly, a lot of cool moments, very back and forth. 2 guys that were clearly very competitive with one another. Honestly, tiny round of applause for both of them. There can only be 1 winner, and that is Universe. So I hope he's happy with the 60 bucks. But we'll definitely see both of them again. I think they put on a great show, seem like they are fun players. And I'm curious to see how they look in other matchups. For now, we're gonna swap over to the European server. And we've got another best of 5 between 2 guys that have never played before. One of them is known for a legendary DreamHack run, but of which he was just a victim. The other one, I don't know, active in Reyna's Discord, seen him on the ladder a little bit. A German Zerg versus an American Protoss. I think it's going to be a good best of 5 as well. And I have actually no clue who's the favorite here. And I'm not saying that to get you guys excited or pretend that, oh, I've done such a good job matching these two guys up with one another. It's very close, by the way, between these guys in the prediction game. Universe, in the end, did win it. 48% of Yale believed in him. The MMR next is around 5,400, and it's Akron, USA, P versus Mechanics, a German Z 5.4K MMR gaming. Akron. So these guys around 5,400 MMR. Second series of the night obviously means $100 on the line. 80 for the winner and 20 for the loser. That is what we will end up doing. What is it? It's too long. Damn it. Time to bet the house on yourself, Akaroni, and get it back, mate. Take a tiny break, guys, and after that, we'll continue our Friday night of video games brought to you guys by Basilisk. Another best of 5 coming up. See you in a couple of minutes. Grab yourself a snacky, a drink. I'm going to get myself something nice too, but I have no idea what I want to get yet. We'll figure it out.